Eastern Michigan University is home to one of the first Master of Science programs in the United States in the field of orthotics and prosthetics. It shares the honor with Georgia Institute of Technology and the University of Texas Southwestern. It is a growing sector of the healthcare industry, and students who go on to become practitioners will work with individuals who have experienced a lack of biomechanics. This lack of mobility could be due to a loss or absence of a limb, which will require a prosthesis. It could also be a result of improper bone structure, which will require an orthotic. Both practices are recognized by the American Medical Association and are instrumental disciplines within the healthcare profession. Traditionally, there are two ways to follow a career path into the field of orthotics and prosthetics. These include undergraduate program or postgraduate certificate program. However, the National Commission of Orthotic and Prosthetic Education, also known as the NCOPE, mandated all new programs created must apply for accreditation at the master's level in 2010, and all existing programs must transition enrolling students into a master's level curriculum by 2012. Recognizing the importance of this long before the NCOPE mandate, Eastern's OPM program was first offered in 2003. The graduate program consists of 5 semesters of academic studies and lab experience, commencing in the fall semester only and ending approximately 20 months later. Summer semesters are reserved for technical workshops and clinical experience. Course work includes material science, musculoskeletal pathologies, and radiology, Gantt analysis, biomechanics, research methods, and business management. In addition, there are over 30 sites through which students may rotate for clinically affiliated hours. Classes are offered through evening and weekend courses, providing flexibility for working students, and are taught by professionals in the industry who work with the latest in technologies available. Once students have completed the coursework, they are prepped for a 2-year residency, 1 year for each discipline, before going on to take the appropriate certification examination. Application requirements to the program include the completion of a bachelor's degree in any field. However, previous coursework must have included a specific number of credit hours in anatomy, physiology, chemistry, math, and psychology. Within the next 2 years, those requirements will be increased to include coursework in statistics, human growth and development, abnormal psychology, and medical ethics. Prospective students are required to submit 3 letters of recommendation, along with a 12 to 1,500 word essay stating why they want to become a practitioner and attend EMU. Robert L. Rhodes has been with the program since its inception and currently serves as its director. He initially worked with the previous director, Professor Douglas Briggs, as a consult and then became an adjunct lecturer in 2003. He has worked diligently to advance its recognition. In June 2007, the postgraduate program in orthotics and prosthetics was awarded full accreditation from the Commission of Accreditation of Allied Health Education. The road to this achievement was a long and steady process. The initial meeting took place in 1990, and the first class, comprising of 7 students, was enrolled 13 years later in 2003. Today, there are currently 22 first-year students enrolled in the program and 15 second-year students who will be graduating in April. At times, there have been between 40 and 50 students enrolled, which, for a postgraduate program, is a fairly large number. Students have come from all over the country and the world. Currently attending are students from California, Florida, Alaska, and Lebanon. Their experiences are varied.
Students, as I said, they can have any degree. About 1/3 of them come from an engineering background. About 1/3 of them come from some sort of medically related field, which could be physical therapy, kinesiology, athletic training. And then 1/3 of them come from everything else under the sun. We've had a student with a degree in French. We've had someone with a degree in forensic anthropology. And several years ago, our student of the year went to someone whose background was in criminology. So there's quite a wide range of backgrounds. And I personally think that makes for a better and stronger student group because they all have something different that they can add to the overall experience. There are some programs that will only take engineering students, and I mean, that's their choice, but I think it really limits the amount of quality input that they can get from people with different backgrounds.
Recently, an EMU student conducted a study that was presented at the Graduate Research Fair on the job placement success of students who had graduated from the program in the last 5 years. They found there was a better than 97% employment rate. In this recent economy, those are staggering numbers. The OMP Graduate Program is a division of the Health Promotion and Human Performance Department. Their offices are housed in Porter Hall, and classrooms, patient examinations, and lab facilities are located in nearby Warner Hall, along with their new state-of-the-art Viacon motion analysis system. Appropriately, their program motto is Mente Mano Que, meaning with heart and hand. In the lab, students work with their hands to create casts and forms from which a prosthesis or orthosis will be designed. Here they work on techniques based on their detailed measurements and schematic diagrams for fabrication and construct the various components. In the case of orthosis, students work on each other. For prosthesis measurements and fittings, they work with professional patients, which enables them to gain valuable real-world experience. Professor Frank Fiedel works with the students in the Viacon Motion Analysis Room. Here, students work with 7 high-tech cameras that help them to determine dysfunctional moments that occur in a patient's gait or movement. The cameras don't actually capture a picture of a person. However, they capture reflections of certain markers that have been placed on a person's body. Typically, they capture about 100 frames per second of the person's motion as they move over the specialized force plates on the system's platform. Precise data measurements are recorded. This enables the students to analyze their motion, which allows them to make suggestions for adjustment that will help make the patient move more comfortably and efficiently. One notable alumni who graduated from the OMP program with a certificate in 2006 is Jeremy Murray. Jeremy began his career as an occupational therapist at the Michigan Hand and Sports Rehab Center in 2001. In 2004, he enrolled at Eastern Michigan University to follow a related career path in orthotics. At the rehab center, he worked under the supervision of certified orthosist Jerry McHale. McHale was the pioneer of facial orthotics for athletes, beginning with Bill Lambier in 1990. He was also the original designer of the face mask used by the Detroit Pistons player Rip Hamilton in 2004. Jeremy began to specialize his practice on upper extremity injuries in sports medicine and received training in custom athletic equipment with an emphasis on face masks. When McHale retired, Jeremy took over as a department manager of orthotics, and since then has gone on to create many face masks ranging for young children born with facial deformities to high school athletes to professionals, most recently Kobe Bryant in 2012. Recently, Robert Rhodes marked his 40th year in the field and says he has seen many shifts in the practice. The first notable change is in the materials used to construct orthosis and prosthesis. When he first started his career, everything was made out of leather, metal, cloth, and wood. Today, materials such as heat-forming and heat-setting polymers, carbon fibers, and Kevlar are used, which enables them to create finished pieces that are much lighter in weight and more comfortable to wear. The second biggest advancement has been in the use of computer technology. It plays a large role in the control of the system, as in the use of what's known as the C leg, C meaning computer. This type of prosthesis has a computer built within it, and its purpose is to store data of each step the patient takes. Every time they take a step, the computer presets the mechanics of the system to help the patient maximize the efficiency in that step. The future of Eastern's OMP Masters program continues to look bright. In spite of the competition from at least 12 other universities that now offer a fully accredited postgraduate program, EMU can count on their pioneering leadership, recognition, and experience to be an invaluable asset. Plans are in the works to move the Viacom Motion Lab into nearby Rackham Hall. This will enable them to make it more accessible to real-world patients for evaluation. According to Professor Fidel, there are only a handful of gait analysis labs available in Michigan. Technology will continue to play a large role in this profession. Initially, it was considered a hands-on profession without any theory-based studies. It has now evolved into a highly sophisticated, evidence-based practice, where theory is necessary to justify how and why technology is essential in today's world of orthotics and prosthetics. In addition to working with patients, students are also validating manufacturers' equipment via mechanical research, which will help move the program forward in the 21st century.